I've been thinking about how lonely I am lately. This is my son's room, not my room. Hopefully, he'll forgive me. I wanted to lay on his heated blanket. Um, yeah, just lonely. The times when he's at school are long, and it's not his job to keep me company anyway. And my husband does keep me company, but he has his own problems. So sometimes he needs to sleep. Like if his anxiety reaches a boiling point, sleeping is a good way for him to reset. So he needs to spend a lot of time during the day sleeping that I'm awake. Especially because I take my narcolepsy medication, Sunosi. Oof, got a bruise on my arm. Always bumping into things all the time. So I did take my narcolepsy medication this morning. I can sleep while on it. Like I'm sleepy enough that I can sleep even while I'm on a stimulant. But I guess I'm excited for the day when I start to have more regular commenters on this channel so that I can build community, because that's kind of my goal with this channel. I know Dana Anderson has like good community on her channel that fit her vibe, and I think that's what I want for myself someday on YouTube, like to just have people to talk to and chat with and have a Discord. And I mean, there would be boundaries, I guess, because there's always have to be boundaries between the person making the content and the fans of the content, but I don't even know if I really have fans yet, so maybe someday. Maybe never. I've definitely known some disabled people who stream a lot and who just don't even have, like, they don't really gather a following despite putting a lot of hours into it every day over time. So there is something to being like, this is the wrong word. This is like a co-opt of a word that we use in a real way, but like they'll say that like SNL humor is often not funny because it's trying to be accessible to a wide audience. So it's trying to be muted and generalized and a little more boring. Whereas like I Think You Should Leave is really more up my alley, where like almost every single sketch hits really hard, is really funny. But that must mean it's not accessible to like the whole general audience of people, although enough that like it's got a big following. Yeah, so just lonely, looking for friends, platonic friendships would be really cool. And it's not easy for me to go out. Usually when I go out and try to mingle, my fears are like more than they overcome, and I end up worrying about managing the physical symptoms. That, or like what happened to me recently is I made a friend, well, not made a friend, but like became more closer friends with someone who was an acquaintance after we went to an event together, like a political social event. But I was on my medical cannabis at the time. And when you're on your medical cannabis, at least for me, it changes my personality. I talk a lot slower. And the way that I talk when I'm not on that is overwhelming for this person. So I need someone who could be able to handle like rapid fire texting. Like I write like books and books and books, like as if I was like writing letters to someone. And even my emails are like overwhelming to some people, but then for the person who's like the right person, who like has the same vibe as me, they're like, thank you so much for writing to me, oh my god, I appreciate it so much. And like, so I know there's people out there, it's just really hard to find them. People who like my vibe. People like my vibe a lot more in business than in friendships, because they can see how they can easily use me to make a lot of money. So I've always done okay at work, but I want to have friendships and deep human connections, and that's like the point of life to me. So it's just like frustrating when it doesn't happen, even though I put myself out there. So anyway, I can't wait for my husband to be better. Just better enough that he doesn't need to shut down so much would be so cool. Or if I could sleep when he sleeps, but right now I can't really do that because we have pets and we have a kid. When my kid is older, then I could sleep when he sleeps, and maybe that'll be more fun. But for now, sometimes he's sleeping and I need to like do work. So anyway, have a good day. Bye. That's all this is. Bye.